welcome to Help Desk, show number 137. I am here with Justin.
Morning.
And Joe.
Morning, guys.
As always, we're in the Patch Turned Up studio in Spencer, West Virginia, and man, what a nice day.
Caffeinated and sugared already.
You know, since you brought it up, for everybody out there, let me switch some cameras here. We have frozen hot chocolate from Backwood Ramblings in downtown Spencer.
Not a sponsor, but gladly to shop local.
Joe, you fixed us up this morning.
Mine's gone.
Short-lived, but
Well worth it.
like a firework.
Yeah.
It's here, it's wonderful, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Nothing but memories.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, starting our Thursday morning off with some brilliant weather. Going to be 85 or so today and sunny. Great drive into work this morning, and then Joe shows up with frozen hot chocolate.
And it's not Monday, so
Yeah,
it's even better.
even better.
Monday's in the rear view.
We're towards the end of the week,
Yep.
and we didn't tear up too much stuff. You had to fix the internet though when you got here, Joe. But other than that, I mean, minor complications.
Yeah.
You gave it the mean look and it started working.
Yeah. I get that call at least once a week.
Yeah. So here we are, show 137. Interesting show today. We have two Netflix stories. So we're going to call it Netflix and then Netflix 2.0
Yes.
with YouTube sandwiched in between there. So let's start off today. Tell us about the first Netflix story.
Okay, so kind of sad news, but you got to do what you got to do.
Uh-oh.
Netflix will be shutting down its DVD rental business in September.
It has a DVD rental business?
That's how they got started.
Who watches Netflix on DVD anymore?
Apparently.
Who has a DVD player? That's what I want to know.
Apparently not as many as there used to be.
Yeah, I believe that. I saw a Redbox the other day.
Yeah.
I didn't know they still had them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, our Walmart has them.
I'll go back to my original question. Who does DVD anymore and has DVD?
Well, now you have to consider we do live in West Virginia and internet is a luxury.
That is true. We got an awesome broadband crew that's working on that though.
Yes.
But okay.
So after 25 years, Netflix's original business is shutting down. The company revealed that it will wind down DVD rentals, that is DVD.com, with its last movie disc mailing out on September 29th. Simply put, the shrinking demand for physical rentals is making it increasingly difficult to offer quality service the company wants. Netflix shipped its first movie, which happened to be Beetlejuice, in 1998, and it has since mailed over 5.2 billion movies in signature envelopes, nearly all of them before 2019, and more than 40 million customers. You likely know the story of that. The company began streaming on demand in 2007, and that business grew quickly enough that it became Netflix's most popular offering by 2009.
Beetlejuice was the first movie mailed out.
Yes.
That's crazy. I remember that movie.
Yes. Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think someone else will
Gina Davis.
fill in, Joe? Like some sort of little small mom and pop?
I'm going to say Redbox. Redbox will probably be, their business would probably jump.
Huh. Yeah. I never did the Netflix through the mail thing.
I did it once as a trial. That's because they had a movie I couldn't find anywhere else. So I did the trial, got it, watched it, sent it back.
Yeah, I remember doing it back in the day.
I mean, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Looks like GameFly does it.
Yeah.
Now that I can see, but see, games mostly, well, if you don't have internet,
Right.
you can order a game.
Right. Well, and you don't have to buy it. Like, you can rent it, try it, and see if you like it.
Yeah. Well, now I wonder if people are going to start renting them and on that last ship out date and then just not send them back.
Well, that's exactly what I was wondering. Is like when they send it to you, what's the repercussions if you don't send it back? I mean,
They
oh,
bill
we're
you.
not going to send you another one. Well, you're not going to send one anyway.
Yeah, you're done. So yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they bill you.
That's what I was wondering. It's like, okay, if they don't send it back, what's the absolute worst thing that could happen?
Send somebody over to have a little talk with you.
Yeah.
Jeez, Justin goes right to the mall.
Yeah.
All right, listen, pal, about that DVD.
Yeah. I'm taking that, and I'm taking your Richard Simmons the Oldies VHS as well.
Never mind, you can keep it. You need it.
Yeah.
That's what they'd say to me. They'd be like, all right, stop. You need more of this. Never mind, just keep both.
Yeah.
I can see you're struggling.
And here's Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda to go. Last person didn't need this as much as you do. Here you go. I'd be like, daggone, that's rough.
Yeah.
True, but rough.
Why are you so mean? Just for that, I'm going to Redbox.
Yeah. Netflix shutting down this mail-in deal. All right. That shows you where I am with the times.
Yeah.
Didn't even know they had one. Although I did. I remember now.
See, it surprised me because I thought they shut it down like a couple
Yeah,
years
I mean,
ago.
Why wouldn't they? My gosh. I wonder though. I mean, to keep it open that long, they had to have people using it still.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
And to think Netflix wanted to buy out Blockbuster, but Blockbuster laughed at them and said, "Oh, that won't work."
Really?
Yeah.
What a turn of events.
Yeah, when Netflix started gaining traction, they wanted to buy out Blockbuster, and Blockbuster said, "Nah, get out of here, kid, you're bothering me." And
So they probably would have made out a lot better
yeah,
with that deal.
Still have a Blockbuster around if that
Yeah.
happened.
Although it is interesting, Netflix does have a documentary about the last Blockbuster. There's like one Blockbuster open up in Washington State, and
Yeah.
it's like a tourist attraction.
Do you remember we had
The
McDonald's
museum.
pizza?
Yes,
And somebody drove from like Canada to get a McDonald's pizza?
and I'm blaming them for that because thanks to them, corporate caught wind of it and shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made the paper at one point, didn't
Yeah.
it? The McDonald's pizza.
Yeah, because it actually went viral. Like it went on. They did a news clip on like Today or something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
I never had McDonald's pizza.
really.
Nope.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like it was.
It's not worth driving from Canada for, I don't think.
No, but it was like way better than what you would think
Yeah.
a McDonald's pizza would be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right.
Hard to mess up pizza. I've seen people do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Don't get me wrong. I made some rough pizzas in my day.
Was it circular or square? I don't remember. I thought it maybe came in a square box, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it came in a square box, but I think it was circular.
Okay.
Like Cena's friends, they drove down to Parkersburg just to come get it. They're like, "We're coming to McDonald's. We're coming to Spencer just to get McDonald's pizza." It's like, okay, we'll meet you there, but
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Good times. McDonald's pizza. Justin, how we get so far off track here?
Yeah, how the heck do we get on McDonald's pizza?
Joe.
Nostalgia. We went down the nostalgia
The
lane.
last of whatever.
We talked about Blockbuster, and
Yeah.
then
Took
I
a
think
detour.
Justin took us down this rabbit hole because
I agree. It is Justin's fault.
Because I think he was the one that said, "Do you remember the McDonald's pizza?" Or was that you? I don't know.
No, it was Justin.
Okay.
Sure. We're going with that.
I got
Definitely Justin.
poison oak brain. I can't concentrate.
Gosh. Stay on your side, man. Quit touching stuff. Put on a coat.
It'd be like Sheldon, just put on the coat and gloves. And
Yeah. Where's your emergency kit?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, the weather was nice Saturday for the race, so
I know. Something had to offset it, yeah.
Yeah.
The evening before, though, did you notice the insane thunderstorms and winds and
Yes.
stuff?
Yes.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, "Yep, this is Justin."
Yeah. Justin's
kidding
doing
me?
work back on it.
It's like sunny during the day, and then
Yeah.
12 hours to the race, here comes like tornadoes. I'm
Blood,
like,
sweat,
what
and
the heck?
tears, yeah. We're excited though. The next one up is the Jane Hardman Memorial Scholarship Fundraise.
Yes, I seen
Up
that.
at Rowan General Hospital. We're excited about that. Great partnership with the hospital.
Mhm.
And of course, we got a lot of support for the Jane Hardman Scholarship, and we're giving out the first one at the awards assembly at the high school here in about a month.
Very nice.
Yeah. Going to student in education. So we're excited about that. The parameters were education, mental health for the scholarship, and this will be our third scholarship that we'll be giving out each year.
Wow.
We give out a Take It From Us scholarship for students in Take It From Us that do an exceedingly good job, and then we do the Charlie Kuhn Memorial that generally goes to a student that is more in his niche of job skills entrepreneurial, and then we do Jane Hardman now.
Very nice.
So yeah, and good stuff. There's a lot of scholarships given out up at the high school and by local entities, and man, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And actually, if you want me to, I can promote this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do it correctly.
Yeah, I was surprised last year at the awards ceremony how many different scholarships there are out there. Yeah, and like you said, Dave, all coming from
Oh, yeah.
local folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want,
businesses and organizations.
because we actually built the website for them. If you go to RomeCountyScholarships.com, you can actually see the list of
Wow.
scholarships that has been. If you go into the recipients section, there is an entire list of the recipients, and there is a list. Last year, a total of $165,370 was handed out in
Really?
scholarships. Yes,
How much?
165,370.
Wow.
You got a donate button right there too. You can donate online. Is that right? Or am I at a different one?
No, yep, you're at the right place. Yep,
RomeCountyScholarships.com, right?
yes.
Okay. I'll put it in the deal there.
Recipients.
Awesome.
Got the Sydney Boggs Memorial one.
Oh, yeah, Sydney Boggs. A lot of good. You're going to have to update it, Joe.
As soon as they send me the new list, I'll update it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know like the Rotary does a couple, and Chamber of Commerce. There's a lot of great folks that are involved with that. Okay. Well, I know Joe Ross does a ton out of the Newton Community Center.
Oh yeah. What does Joe not do? That is one busy
Oh
man.
my gosh. I tell you what, Joe Ross has done the Taifu Basket Bingo for our Nepal project. He came and did it again this past week, and we had a lot of great people help with that. And Denise donated all the baskets this year. But yeah, Joe came, and he and Carla Ross do such a fantastic job.
Yeah, I talked to Joe. It's been a couple months ago on a project, and I'm busy, but like I'm not Joe Ross busy. I don't know how Joe gets done what he does.
He is a man of action.
Yes.
He's on the long-term recovery group deal. He and Linda Drennan, they got that rolling out at when we had a big flood through Clendenin and Amma and Southern Rome. They were some of the first ones in the state up and running and rebuilding homes. And they also, I want to say, did the most rebuilding of homes.
Knowing Joe and Linda both, that does not surprise me.
Yeah,
yet.
my gosh.
Yeah.
strong in the community out there. And did
Yes.
such a good job. But I was so proud to know those two and the work they did out there. So good stuff all the way around.
Yeah. I cannot say enough good things about those people, and I had no idea how Joe gets done what he does.
Yeah, he's a dynamo of energy
Yeah.
and positivity.
Yeah.
So yeah, good stuff out there. I'm still drinking my cold hot chocolate. Frozen hot
Now I
chocolate.
will forewarn you, it is okay to just slurp it all the way out of the bottom.
Oh, don't you worry, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm almost to that point. That's how I got a little bit of a nice chunk there in
Yeah.
my straw. So
It slowed you down a little bit.
but I will recover and continue on.
We got time for a side news story?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Here we go.
You know it's gonna be good when I come in with a. How would you guys like a $15 million a month fine for the next 5 years?
Ouch.
That's what
Let's do that.
you know, the hard drive maker Seagate, right?
Yes. I'm scared, Justin, because that's
Yeah.
one of my, we're a dealer for them.
Yep, they got hit with a $300 million fine, basically for exporting technological goods to China. A Chinese company, Huawei, who is basically blacklisted by the U.S. government. U.S. government apparently has some sort of program going where if they tell you can't export certain types of technological devices, their claim is that you're helping China's military or services or whatever. That yeah, you're not allowed to do that. But Seagate went right ahead and kept doing it. And
Ouch.
shipped 7.4 million hard drives to that company. Now they're getting hit with a big old fine for it.
Yikes. Yeah, Huawei is a kind of a funny story because they manufacture cell phones, and they like came on scene and like started catching traction like crazy, and then all of a sudden it got shut down fast in a hurry because apparently they was doing some not so on the up and up business dealings with their products, so they they were banned in the U.S. Can you just turn my?
Down a little bit, yeah.
And I think you turned mine completely off because I can't hear anything now.
You can't hear anything?
No. Okay, there. A little
You
bit.
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. It was turned all the way up. I could hear a humming. Did you guys not hear that?
A little bit, yeah. I was hearing
I
a
was
little bit.
wasn't paying attention to it.
Yeah.
A little bit of both.
One of the perks of having a short attention span.
Yeah. You forgot what we were talking about, didn't we?
Yeah. But
Seagate.
yes, it's a Seagate. Yes, so yeah, Seagate should have known better than to be doing that. But in the scheme of things, I'm kind of glad that that's all it was and wasn't like something major that I'm gonna have to deal with. Because they make a quality product, and
Mhm.
full disclosure, I am a Seagate dealer. So and when you said Seagate, I'm starting to panic. But if
Yeah.
that's all they did,
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Not gonna affect us locally.
skirted the rules a little bit, but they're paying they'll pay their fine and move on. They'll be fine.
Oh boy. Anyway, YouTube.
yes. So YouTube, this is actually a good news story.
Oh, I like the news stories.
YouTube is cracking down on videos that could encourage eating disorders.
All right.
Okay.
Let me dive in on this one.
Yeah.
So the service will also help people viewing related videos. So YouTube already bans videos that directly promote eating disorders, but now it's clamping down on content that may unintentionally encourage that behavior. To begin with, the service banning videos on eating disorders that feature imitable behavior or weight-oriented bullying. The company will also restrict informative and artistic videos containing disorders, such as someone discussing their recovery to users 18 and older. You'll also see crisis resource panels for eating disorders in more places. While they already appear in search results in 9 countries, including the US, Canada, and UK, you'll now see them underneath relevant videos in those areas. Viewers in the US may be encouraged to call or chat with the National Eating Disorder Association in the US. The new approach will initially be viewable today and reach more people in weeks ahead. YouTube says that this is an ongoing effort. In addition, it is an acknowledgement that videos can affect people in quote-unquote different ways, YouTube says. Ideally, this will minimize the chances of helpful video creators inadvertently fostering eating disorders in at-risk viewers.
That's a good thing. I mean,
Well, they caught flack at one point because their algorithms were shown to. Someone would start on like a makeup site and eventually end up on
Yeah,
a
who
site
knows
where
what?
they're maybe got some questionable information coming their way about eating and health and stuff like that. So
yeah.
they were accused that the algorithms could push like young girls towards, super skinny
Trending
lifestyle
things for,
type
trending
stuff.
things for
Yeah.
young teens.
Yeah, sending down those
Yeah,
rabbit holes.
that's when we talk about this. That my skepticism is, man, there's a lot of work that needs to be done there,
Right. Yeah.
and that's where they're going to start. I mean,
Yeah. This is this is just the tip of the iceberg of the whole deal.
Suicide prevention, drug use,
Yeah.
Tide Pod eating.
Yeah.
Get to work on this, YouTube.
Yeah.
Hit the big ones.
Yeah.
Extremism, like
Yeah, I mean,
political violence. And,
yeah, anything.
Yeah.
You could do, school fights. Cut those out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of crazy because I hate that all that stuff gets promoted so easy nowadays.
Right.
If there's a school fight, it's streamed on something within minutes.
Right. Yeah.
If it's not live,
Right.
if they could put some parameters on that, that'd be great.
Right.
But that's, gosh, I'm even saying it, but that's the world we live in. I mean,
Right.
come on, doesn't have to be.
No.
It's because we allow it.
Right. Because that's what drives traffic.
Yeah. Thanks, Justin. Get out there and vote.
Sadly, there's been an uptick in
See where you guys going, Justin?
live streams of like mass shootings are on the up and up. It seems like
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Buffalo and then Louisville recently. Like for some reason, these people want to hit record and start streaming
Yeah.
on top of everything else. Like crazy mindset.
Yeah. So that's what I don't know. That's hard to monitor, I'm sure, but
Right.
I mean, and it's tricky because we're here enjoying streaming live.
Right.
So there's good and bad, but hopefully YouTube will continue to work towards monitoring some of the stuff and where they're, like you said, their parameters of what they push.
Just do better.
Yeah, do better. Come on. Shouldn't there, yeah. where the heck is our bloody brilliant
Yeah.
guy when this idea comes up? You know what? We're gonna start with eating disorders and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds alright. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's a good thing, but as long as you're also tackling a lot of other things too, not just.
Yeah, it'd be nice
Yeah,
to
not the
segue into okay.
Yeah, not the easy stuff.
Yeah, and not that eating disorders are not a
No,
issue to tackle.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, man, you could quickly say, okay, we need a task force to tackle 10 different things.
Right.
You know, violence, school fights, or blah, 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 blah. Just write on down the list and just say, let's just knock them all out at once.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing.
So-
The easy thing is just pick one and,
Yeah.
and promote it. Well, like you said, just do a clean sweep across the board, and then you can actually say, hey, here's what we've done. We've tackled this,
Yep.
and this, instead of just going, hey, look at me.
Well, you know, and I had a conversation with a newspaper guy one time, and this is a long time ago, and he's like, because I was like, hey, we have a lot of good stuff going on, but the problem is all the negativity is, you know, what is seen. And
Right.
he's like, well, that's what sells newspapers. I was like, crap. He's right, but I don't like it.
Right.
And I don't, you know, so I've been railing against that forever, and like, let's start a positivity train here and celebrate the good stuff, because I think we started talking with kids probably 10 or so years ago, and it was Zach's deal. Zach Zdanek brought this up, and he started looking into some trending stuff.
Yeah.
This is back when we were branding Patch and, you know, really starting to look at how perception works.
Mm-hmm.
And what we noticed is if you took, because we always pull the kids up to high school when we do our Take It From Us and our raise stuff, and we're like, how many kids, and I'd like to use Justin as a guinea pig here, but I don't think it would work. But when you ask kids, specifically middle and high school kids, you're like, all right, how many kids up here do drugs or drink? And they're like, oh, a lot. Like, we'll put a number on it. And it's always like 60 to 80%. They're always like, well, 60 or 80% of the student population drinks, for instance. And we're like, really? Is that a true statement? Like, oh yeah, of course. Like, okay, well, let's break this down. Let's just assume there's 1,000 students at the high school. So now you take 250 of them are freshmen, and because we always say, you know, they like going to parties every weekend. Like, oh yeah. So we're saying 80%, and we'll just make it 75 to make it easy. So that way it's 25% in each class. So 25% are freshmen that don't have the ability to drive themselves. So how do they get to parties every weekend? And then we look at it and we say, okay, so that's roughly 750 kids. How are 750 kids partying in Roane County every weekend? And they're like, well, and I was like, that's a lot of parties with a lot of people.
Right.
So how is that not noticeable? And then they're like, well, okay, well maybe it's not, you know, that big. Maybe it's not 60 to 80%. So, okay, well, what do you think it is now? Oh, 50. So, okay, well, let's talk 50. That means juniors and seniors that can drive themselves. So you're saying the entire junior class, the entire senior class are going to parties every weekend. So that's 500 people. So where do they go? How's that not news? How's that not seen? You know, how
Right.
alcohol sales to minors have to be just off the charts.
Right.
You know, are minors packing out tons of, you know, beer or whatever out of wherever here? You know, how's that working? And like, well, okay, maybe it's not that big. So the moral of the story is, by the time we hash it out, it seems like realistically less than 10% go out and party and drink on a regular basis. When the kids finally think it through and realize that it's just perception that all these people are partying. So the reality of the situation is people's perceptions of bad things happening get blown way out of proportion.
Yes.
And then their perception of good things happening gets diminished.
Right.
So we started a little campaign that said, you're not alone. And this was driven by our race students, I believe, back at the time. And it was based around tobacco. You know, that way less kids, well, we switched around and said way more kids don't smoke and use tobacco than do.
Yeah.
So you are not alone. You're not part of the minority. You're part of the majority if you don't use tobacco. And it helped the mindset, because the mindset of drinking, partying, smoking, vaping, whatever is, well, everybody else does it. And that is not true. So Justin, I don't even know how we got going down this road, but anyway, moral of the story is, we're talking good news, bad news.
Yeah.
There's a lot more good news out there than what people realize. They just don't see it because it's not talked about.
Right.
It's commonplace.
Yeah.
And so all the focus goes on the negative. There's
Right.
a lot less negative than what people think. It's just highly publicized.
Right.
So for all those people out there, if you're having a downer of a week, just realize a lot more good news than there is bad news. It just didn't get publicized because it doesn't sell papers
Right. Well,
or site visits or clicks or whatever.
a prime example of that is during the pandemic.
Yeah.
When everybody was sent home, John Krasinski, Jim Halpert on The Office,
Mhm.
he started on a little YouTube thing called SG and Some Good News, and it was only talking about good news stories.
Nice.
And he did it at his house. He's like, you know what, people need some good news right now.
Yeah.
And he did like several episodes, and it started gaining traction. And then all of a sudden, one of the big media companies bought the rights to it, and
What was it called? SG?
SG and Some Good News, and they bought the rights to it, and you never seen it again.
What's SG stand for?
SG Some Good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some good news. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. So somebody bought it and said, that's enough of that. What are you thinking?
Yeah. They bought because it was just him at his house. Like even he did like one of the episodes before it ended. This lady wanted to do she was a huge fan of The Office, and she wanted John to marry her and her husband. So he got the paperwork, he became official, and he actually had the rest of the crew from The Office zoom in and send a video clip and was part of the wedding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Anyway. Okay. So moving on, Justin.
Yep.
Netflix 2.0.
Yes. Well, here's some bad news, guys.
Oh boy.
Bad news.
You knew it was coming. Netflix's new password sharing fees are to hit U.S. customers by summer. So if you guys are piggybacking off of anybody's shared Netflix password,
You won't share your password with me. How am I going to do this?
well, exactly. This is why.
Man.
Because I don't want to pay more for it. So after testing account sharing fees,
I don't mind if you have to pay more.
I'm sure you don't. After testing account sharing fees in Latin America last year, Netflix implemented its new policy in February in 4 regions, including Canada and Spain. Now, for many subscribers in the U.S., it's a moment they have not been waiting for. Password sharing fees are officially rolling out in the second quarter, which would be by the end of June. The streaming service announced the move in a letter to shareholders on Tuesday, but it didn't say how much it will charge in the U.S. for password sharing. Netflix subscribers who are sharing their passwords with people outside their physical households will have to pay for each sub account. In countries where paid sharing has already rolled out, only subscribers with standard or premium plans can add extra members, which is capped to 2 per account. Otherwise, users who live outside a paying member's household will be blocked from the platform and prompted to open their own accounts with the option to transfer their profiles.
Theoretically, that's probably going to be cheaper than 2 people having their own separate accounts. It'd be cheaper for have to one account with a shared. Probably.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
But me sitting here thinking, I don't know how well this is going to work out. And here's my logic. Let's say I go on vacation, I go to an Airbnb.
Yep.
I want to log into Netflix, and I log into Netflix to my account. Does Netflix have the technology to figure out, oh, okay, Joe's traveling, or, oh, no, you're not home, you can't watch it here?
That's what I wonder too, because Kale's on my Netflix account when he goes to college at Marietta.
Right,
How's that work?
right. So I'm interested to see how well this pans out.
I bet they just raise the price for everybody and say share it.
Probably.
Interesting. Well, John Krasinski
Krasinski. Yeah.
raised $2 million donated to 6 charities through the show.
Nice.
And then it was sold. Yeah. Didn't really say if it kept. Is it still going?
No, he did. Looks like 15 episodes, and then somebody bought him out and never saw it again.
Yeah, CBN News. Or no, wait a minute. Huh. Yeah. May 21st, 2020, Viacom CBS announced it acquired. Some good news.
Because they was going to take it and run with it,
Yeah, it's supposed to go on CBS All Access and Comedy Central.
but they took it and I never
But
saw
then
it.
they did not move forward with development. So they just bought it and shut it down.
Yep.
You're not allowed to talk about good stuff up in this joint.
That's right. People watching that, we cannot have that,
Yeah.
especially in a worldwide pandemic.
Huh. Anyway, all right. So back to Netflix. Controversy on the sharing of the password.
Yep.
Justin.
Gonna have to actually pay for something that instead of just getting it for free now.
How
But-
dare? How dare they?
Joe, you can't let this happen. I need your password now.
I'll see what I can do. Now, it doesn't have to be my current password, right? 'Cause I can give you my old password, no problem.
Joe.
Well, you just said you wanted my Netflix password. You didn't say which one you wanted.
Joe. That's just mean.
Hey, but you can't say I didn't try to help you.
Anyway. All right. Tip of the week. What do we got going on? Hit me.
Could you guys use a couple extra bucks?
Ooh.
Maybe get another frozen hot chocolate.
I'm in. Hold on. I'm pretty sure we determined up front that this frozen hot chocolate thing was going to be a weekly deal, right?
It
Well,
was?
Once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah. Is that how it works?
Yeah, it is now.
New rule.
This is the first thing that showed up was that it had a power cord and everything with it, so it could be used immediately. I'm excited. Other than the projector deal, I didn't figure out because I didn't take it out of the box.
Right.
Did you know about that one, Justin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
heard about that one.
Yeah. Good times.
Well, this one for this week's tip of the week actually involves you two gentlemen.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Yes. Meta, the company that owns Facebook and Instagram,
Yeah.
they were hit with a class action lawsuit, lost, and now you can claim your cut of Meta's $725 million Cambridge Analytica class action settlement. So, following years of litigation over the Cambridge Analytica scandal, a federal judge recently gave initial approval to $725 million settlement between Meta and Facebook users alleging the company shared their personal data without proper consent. So here's if you find out if you qualify. If you used Facebook between May 2007 and December of 2022 and lived in the US during that time, you're eligible to get cash from the settlement. While it may be a few more months before the money starts making its way to people, you don't need to wait to submit a claim. Let me give you the website. The website is FacebookUserPrivacySettlement.com. If you go there and click on submit a claim at the top of the page, there's actually a full set of instructions that you can fill out online. I actually filled it out yesterday. It's very easy form to fill out. And you fill it out and tell them how you want to be paid and wait for them to show me the money.
I like it. Good news story. Now I wonder.
Hold on. Doesn't Facebook already have my information? Why don't they just send me the money?
Yeah, because then
Because,
not as many people would
I mean, they know where I was
receive
yesterday.
payments.
right.
It's like those coupons that you gotta like
Yeah.
Yeah.
mail in. that
Exactly.
They know that people won't do it.
So
Now, what the heck, Joe? Now, I just see, like on CNN Business, I don't know if that's where you're reading this from. Yesterday, this story was released, and I'm sitting there scrolling through stuff this morning and just never came across this. I'm suspicious they're trying to hide this from me.
Very possible. Very possible. So here are some important dates to keep in mind. Of course, you can, like I said, you can go online literally right now, right this second, and start filling out the paperwork. Here's some important dates to remember. July 26th is the opt-out deadline, and that's also the same date for the objection deadline. August 25th is the claim deadline. So you have between now and August 25th to get your claim in. Then on September 7th, that is the final approval hearing. And then once that is done, then they'll send out the dates for the payouts.
The only criteria being that you had a Facebook account, basically,
Yes, if you
during
had,
that time.
and it does not still have to be active. If you had a Facebook account at any point between May 24, 2007 and December 22nd of 2022 and live in the U.S., you're eligible.
Awesome tip there, Joe.
The only requirements it has when you fill out the information is if you have to remember the email address and or the cell phone number that you had linked with that account when you used it. You don't have to have access to that. You just have to remember what email address or phone number you had linked with your Facebook account at that time.
Wow. I think I'll be submitting it right now.
That's what I'm doing. Show me the money.
So it says give them an email or a phone number or both. Might as well give them
You can do
both.
one or the other.
Yeah, you can do one or the other. I did both because I know I had both linked with it.
All right. And you need your username too, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think.
Well, that's optional. You don't. Yeah, if you are no longer an active Facebook user, you can tell when you started and when you deleted your account.
Okay.
And you had to submit at least one of the information, at least one of the email address or email addresses, phone numbers, and or usernames associated with your Facebook account. So one of the three, or if you have all three, that's even better.
Wow.
As far as payment goes, you can have them email you a prepaid MasterCard. You can have it sent to your PayPal account, Venmo, direct deposit to your bank account, or you can have it sent to your Zelle, send it to your bank account through Zelle as well.
Yeah, I just now did mine and said send me a.
It's not gonna be like 50 cents, is it?
I think it's probably going to be like $2 or $3 probably.
Hmm. Now what? Okay.
What's that, sir?
I don't know. I'm sure there's like all these formulas they use to calculate the harm done, and it comes out to $2 per person or whatever.
Yeah.
But
After lawyer's fees.
I mean, I guess maybe good to discourage behavior from companies, but for the individual people, they get $2 each. It's kind of like, no, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, we had that discussion like the Dominion settlement yesterday. You know, the lawyers.
Yeah.
If they got like 10%, $17 million.
Yeah.
And you know, they were like, "Well, I wonder how many lawyers though." I was like, "It doesn't matter.
70.
Let's just assume there's 10 of them.
Right.
That's $7 million each.
Right.
Woo, payday."
Yeah, I was like, I started watching for the first time, and I don't know why I waited so long. Aaron Brockovich. I started watching it last night, and when they was sitting in there talking about trying to get all these families involved in the lawsuit, and when he said, "Oh, I'm taking 40%," and they're all going, "That's ludicrous. You're taking 40% of," but then Julia Roberts said, "You know, listen, how much do you get paid if you lose?" And he goes, "Nothing." She goes, "There you go."
Yeah. I mean, you take a big risk.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the Dominion lawyers took any risk though. They knew
No.
that was going to be a slam dunk right off the bat.
Right.
Anyway, I'm kind of just talking about that, like with Aaron Brockovich being involved. Can you imagine the original suit was 1.6 billion?
Yeah.
So it got cut in half. I'd like to have been in the room when that discussion came down. They said, "Well, we're okay with this 787 million." It'd been real hard to be like, but we could go after 1.6
Yeah.
billion with a B.
Yeah.
And that company, I think, was only worth like 10 million or something like that.
Yeah.
To times 10 its overall capital. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Tricky stuff. But I'd like to have been one of those lawyers.
Yeah.
They're like, just pay me.
Yeah.
Woo!
I shall sit here and count my money.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, nothing against lawyers. They go to a lot of school and do a lot of stuff to get that deal.
Yeah, I've done some work with some lawyers, and it's like any job. You think, oh, being a lawyer is easy. No, the nonsense you got to deal with on a daily basis is just, it's like any other job. It's just, it drives you nuts.
And they got to pay off those school loans.
Yeah.
But anyway, I see Bree Deal was a recipient of one of the Thelma S. Bell Memorial Scholarship. Bree's one of ours.
Yes.
Down in the office now, actually. Okay. All right. Tip of the week.
That was the tip of the week.
Remind me what it was.
The Facebook.
Oh, go get your money.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's very easy. I just filled out what we were talking.
Yeah. Go to Facebook.
Super easy.
Wow.
FacebookUserPrivacySettlement.com.
All I'm going to say is, you see how my attention span is? I literally filled it out while we were talking about it, and then I forgot about it by the time I got done. I was thinking about if I was a lawyer and I could get, like $70 million from one case.
Yeah. Just do one case, you wouldn't have to work anymore.
I know. Man. I don't think that's how that works, but, it'd be nice if it did.
Why wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, you got to work your way up the ladder to get on those kind of cases.
Well, yeah.
I assume so. I'm pretty sure if I came out of law school and said, "Here I am," they'd be like, "Yeah, go get in line, punk." A lot smarter people than you just graduated as well. So
Yeah.
they get their shot first. It'd be some guy like, "I've been working here 20 years. What are you talking about, you snot-nosed punk?"
Yeah.
Like, just put me on the big money.
Yeah.
I'm ready, coach. Put me in. All right, well, anything else we need to do? Joe, if they need to get a hold of you about any of
Yes.
these things, which right now we're just talking about Netflix, Facebook stuff, and YouTube, but
Right.
usually there's people that have computer problems, cell phone problems.
Yes.
They want security cameras. Is security cameras still a big thing?
Oh, I just put a new system in last week.
You've been rolling on the security cameras for like
Yes.
4 years now. It's crazy.
Well, actually, as a matter of fact, I put 2 systems in last week. I put in
Yeah.
a system at our church. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Not a paid promotion, but I put a Wise system in at our church.
Those wise scoundrels better send us something.
And I'm not gonna call them scoundrels. They gotta have good stuff.
They do, I agree.
Well, and it's one of those from their standpoint. Why should they send us free stuff when they know if they wait long enough, I'm going to buy it? It's like that's just good business on their end.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're getting free promotion anyway, so it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why mess up a good
Hashtag
thing?
winning.
Yeah.
Let's watch these 2 knuckleheads. They're 3 knuckle. I'm going to include you, Jesse. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You own any Wise products?
The headphones.
All right, awesome. All right, so then the 3 knuckleheads buy our stuff, have our stuff, and promote it without anything. We're welcome.
Yeah.
And yeah, we give them away at the races every month too.
Yes.
And I saw the winner was a little youth.
Yeah.
This
I think maybe her dad entered her name and he wanted it.
nice. Hey, either way.
Hey, a winner's a winner.
Yeah, good time. So A&M Digital Technologies sponsoring all our races, and you guys sponsored a tablet for the Taifu Basket Bingo, which went off without a hitch. Wonderful job. Many thanks to Denise and Justin. You were a big help with that. And then our Taifu students and Joe Ross and Carla Ross.
Yep.
And the Committee on Aging for helping out. So big event for us. Raised
Mhm.
around $2,000 for that.
Very nice.
International Rotarian project that gives our kids a little bit of worldly scope. So anyway, Joe, if anybody needs to get a hold of you for any of that stuff, and I'll stress this again, security cameras, phones, tablets, computers, internet issues, boosters, yeah, whatever. How do they get a hold of you?
You can give us a call at our office at 304-927-3588. Check out our website at amdigitaltech.com and follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and Instagram at amdigitaltech for all that. And be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Help Desk with Joe and Dave. We're on all the major platforms, and all of our episodes are hosted by Spotify Podcasts.
Spotify.
Wow. That's 927-3588.
There we go.
Bam! Bloody brilliant. All right. Well, everybody, have a great day out there and enjoy this wonderful weather before the temperatures start to go down this weekend.
Yes.
It's almost like Justin scheduled a race for Saturday.
Snow.
Here comes the rain.
Here comes
It's
the
cool
snow.
I was
weather.
going to say, Justin, there's like a bonus hidden race that you didn't tell anybody about.
He just going for a run.
Yeah, is that what it
He
is?
called up a couple friends. He called up Quentin and Mark and said, "Hey, let's go for a run Saturday." Great. Here comes the cold weather. Some rain. Probably some snow. All right, everybody. Well, for myself, Joe, and Justin, and of course, this is all sponsored by A&M Digital Technologies. Make sure you shop local. Backwood Ramblings. This frozen hot chocolate deal is the bomb.
Yes.
Next time, I want peanut butter in mine, please.
Okay.
I'll just throw that order out there ahead of time. But everybody have a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you next week.